Tom, thank you very much for joining us today. Do you think that was a fair result?
I think so. I think we were good value for the point. Thought we started the game really well. Got a goal. I think we deserved it, and then from some sloppy play of our own, we were causing our own problems, to be fair, in the first half. And then we were thankful to get in at half time, really, just at 2-1, and then I had a chat with the lads, and I think we played much better second half, and good value. I think either team probably could have won it, to be fair. If we're being honest, they had some good chances. We've had, Addy's had a great chance. I think Bruno's had a couple as well. I know he scored a great goal, but I think fair point, but either team probably thinks they could have gone away with all three.
I think it's fair. It was a very sort of close game, especially getting a bit end to end there in the second half where the game was getting stretched. It was really good to see that with certainly Bruno Andrade had a really good game, and he had some great opportunities. He played in that sort of false 9 position. Was that something that you've worked on, or is that something that actually evolved just in terms of the game?
Yeah, no, it's not something we worked on. Obviously, we started him out wide first half. We looked at a change of shape. Just Lewis White's been struggling with injury, so he was on the bench tonight. We looked at trying to get our best players on the pitch as well. So change of shape probably wasn't quite working as well as we liked. It was doing okay, but then we thought they were getting out maybe a little bit too easy. So we wanted 2 up front, get that pressure on, especially at home. Just looked at changing it, and we thought Bruno's got lots of quality. Get him in behind, maybe he could be the one that's got that little bit of magic to feed the strikers, but it turns out he was the one to get a goal. So good decision, I think.
It was a very good decision, and he had 2 or 3 other chances as well in both halves to actually increase the lead that Poppy's had. But certainly Leiston were very resilient, but I thought the actual Poppy's back 3 and then the Poppy's back 4 played really well today. Was part of that tactical change when you brought Lewis on?
No, not particularly. It was more about we're losing. Can we get more bodies forward? Can we go and be a little bit more attacking? Just go and press higher up the pitch, really. And when we were playing with just Addy and then the wider players, it was difficult to go and press them higher up the pitch because the midfield were man for man in there. So we were finding that quite tough. So that was the change, really. But we've played 3-5-2 predominantly since we come in, and it has gone really well for us. Obviously, we've hit a little bit of a dip now in terms of conceding goals because we went 6 games or 5 with a clean sheet, conceded 1 in 6 or something like that. Obviously, we've dropped off a little bit now. Don't know why. Maybe just a little bit of when the gaffer come in. Like at most clubs, there's a buzz. The players. You get a little bit more out of the players. And obviously, we have put certain things into place that maybe weren't there before, so that improved us slightly. And then I think it's always difficult when we got the news that we were safe on Saturday. It's just like weight off your shoulders, and then naturally the lads, the human beings, aren't they? They're naturally going to take the foot off the gas a little bit. So, but one thing I would say, they've been brilliant since me and Lavs have come in. The lads in training or in the games, every one of them can't fault them really for their attitude, and they should take the plaudits really. They're the ones that have kept us up because they've done really well in these last sort of a month and a half, 2 months. So
I think they've done them really well, and again today they showed that in terms of the commitment, the endeavour, the ability to not just sit back and just try and go for the win there towards the end as well. So it's great to see that drive and energy, and I guess we want to take that forward for the Royston game on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, for me it's all about, can we build momentum going into the summer? Obviously we've secured our status at Set 3. That was the remit when we come here. We've done that. We've got a cup final to look forward to. And we said to the lads in there, give us something to think about going into the summer. Can you, put ideas into your head whether you want to be here or not? That only they'll know that, but they've got to do everything they can to. It's like audition for the gaffer, really. Can they do everything they can to be in our plans next season? So, but as a club, can we just keep building? The more momentum we can build, the easier it will be going into next season. Because even if there is, changes in personnel, you still want to have that. That momentum going into the season. The next sort of 3-4 games, can we just keep building, keep improving, going into the summer? That's where we are really.
I think so. The momentum's critical as you go forward. A few more games left, and then we're into almost the planning, I guess, for the start of next season. And we noticed today there's a few players that weren't around, like Chong, for example, and Toslin. I guess that's part of the changes that are happening now as we get towards the end of the season.
Well, Kobe Chong's been recalled by Kings Lynn, his parent club, so they needed him back, and they had him on they can call him back. So that was out of our hands. He was actually, I think, he was going to start tonight. So
right.
After coming on and doing quite well on Saturday, but these things happened in non-league, and then Ben's been struggling with a knee problem for quite a while. I think certainly before we even came in. So he's now that we're in a position that we know where we are this season, he's decided to get himself sorted, get himself right, so he can hit pre-season, feeling fresh. So yeah, that's those two. But yeah, I mean, the time's probably now to start thinking about. Now we know, because you can start planning, but if you don't exactly know what's going to happen next season, then it's a little bit pointless. We wanted to get our job done out of the way first before we even think about next year. But we're staying up, so we can start thinking about next year, and start maybe putting some feelers out, or certainly speaking to the lads that we've got now. The ones that are going to stick around, we'll get them committed, and see where we go.
Tom, thanks for today. Really appreciate it. 2-2, a fair result, and we continue the march on and the actual momentum on to Royston. So thank you for your time today. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Cheers.